Hey guys, Storm1208 of Randomosity Gaming here, presenting what looks to be our channel's first video. So, yeah. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get started. Sega recently made a huge reveal at Sonic's birthday party during San Diego Comic-Con a little while ago. At the party, the company made a bombshell announcement. Next spring, we're getting a new classic Sonic game! We're finally getting a Sonic 4! No, not that. God help us all. No. This title promises to give us stunning visuals, amazing music, and proper physics. One other interesting thing about the game is the fact that the developers are also going to be revamping some of the levels from the classic Sonic games. That got me thinking. You see, I'm a big video game fan. I'm also a big Sonic fan, and I've actually played every classic game in the series. I thought it might be fun to go through each one and pick out some levels I think would be good to see in Sonic Mania. First off though, I'm setting ground rules. Only 2 zones per classic game. Okay, let's go. Sonic the Hedgehog is of course the game that started it all. It unfortunately also shares its name with a certain title from 2006 that... Considering the fact that Christian Whitehead and crew are already going to be remaking Green Hill Zone, I guess that only leaves me with one to pick. After playing through the original Sonic countless times, I think Spring Yard Zone would be awesome to see redone. The level itself features lots of springs and cool platforms that let you travel through it in really fun ways. Not only that, but T-Lopes, the guy behind Mania's music, has already done a remix of Spring Yard Zone, and it's phenomenal. Seriously, just listen to it. Oh yeah, heroes. Oh yeah. To the sequel. Sonic 2 has some of my favorite zones in the series, but I managed to narrow down my choices to just a few. I know this level already received a reimagining in Sonic Generations, but I would love to see Chemical Plant Zone brought to Mania. Something about the technological environment and funky music just screams awesome, and I can only imagine what Mania's dev team could do with it. Not to mention the Chemical Water level would add another stage element that could be used. In terms of a second stage, Hilltop Zone would make an extremely cool level as well. The mountainous environment and magma hazards offer a neat challenge for players, and a lot of creative freedom for the developers. Not to mention the rising magma sections in this game rocked. Admit it, trying to escape a cavern full of lava was pretty cool when you first played Sonic 2. Now imagine that at 60 FPS. Buttery, smooth, 60 FPS. You know you want it! Ah yes, the game that first introduced Nipples the Enchilada and gave Sonic a new adversary. Many fans consider Sonic 3 to be the best classic game in the series, and while I may not agree with them on that, CD for life, I will admit that it is a very solid title. One of the later zones in the game, Dawned Ice Cap Zone, features an awesome start with Sonic snowboarding down a mountain. Granted, we've seen Sonic on some sort of board many times. It doesn't make it any less cool. The ice hazards always made this level a bit challenging, and who doesn't love some good old-fashioned steep falls? The best part about Ice Cap Zone is that its chill music fits its chill atmosphere. Oftentimes when I look up remixes of Ice Cap Zone, I always find people replacing the main melody with guitars, but I always feel like that's all wrong. Since the music's trying to stay chill like the atmosphere, I feel like some synth or some low-key techno would fit much better. Also, despite the name, Ice Cap Zone has no ice physics whatsoever, which is kinda weird. I'm sure Whitehead will change that. I think it's a total no-brainer that Hydrocity Zone also be featured in Sonic Mania. This zone features lots of water and a good balance of both speed and platforming. The music is also very on point and just screams amazing. With the improved graphical quality of Mania, I think Hydrocity Zone could really shine. Not to mention it's guaranteed that T-Lopes will create a sick track to go with it. Just make sure that you don't... Oh no. Oh no! Come on, come on, come on! Sonic CD was kind of a different Sonic game that I know a lot of people skip. How dare they? Ironically enough, Christian Whitehead helped port the game to mobile and Xbox 360, and it also happens to be my favorite classic Sonic game. Starting things off, Collision Chaos would make for a pretty awesome addition to the game. Featuring lots of slopes and tons of bumpers, navigating this level always felt a bit chaotic. Thank you, I'm here all week. Legit though, Collision Chaos is a pretty boss level, and being able to play through it again would be really great. Another zone I think would be fun to see again is Stardust Speedway, full of a really vibrant atmosphere and phenomenal music. I think it would be a crime to not include this zone in Mania. I mean, come on, we're talking about the place where Metal Sonic and Sonic had their first ever battle. It's legendary! Or you know, they could just include Palm Tree Planet because it's another green hill. We can never have enough green hill. Next up, we have Sonic and
Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles.
Okay. Seriously though, this game is really great, and many people first experienced it as Sonic 3 and Knuckles due to the infamous lock-on technology. Mushroom Hill Zone is the very first one in the game, and I believe that has perfect potential for Whitehead's team. Featuring tons of bounty mushrooms as well as plenty of stage gimmicks, Mushroom Hill would totally be cool to see return. Picking a second zone was actually really hard, but I was eventually able to settle on Death Egg Zone. I wasn't originally going to include any final zones, but I felt that Death Egg Zone was a really cool stage and was super unique. I think it deserves a lot more attention. The development team for Mania seems to be taking more of a CD approach in terms of level design, so it would seem that the game features extremely large levels with many branching pathways. I feel like incorporating this into Death Egg Zone would make for a really unique take on an old classic. Plus, we'll get to see Sonic in space! Not that that hasn't happened many times before. Well, I guess that covers really everything I wanted to go over. Granted, there are other Sonic games, like the Game Gear series and Advance series, that also have a chance of making it in this game. For example, I would love to see zones like Egg Rocket or Ocean Base make it in the game. I guess at the end of the day, it's all up to Mania's development team on which stages get added. Thanks for watching! Before I end off this video, I actually want to give a shout out to T-Lopes. All the music in the background that you heard was done by him, and he's also going to be the one composing music for Sonic Mania. I would highly recommend you check out his YouTube channel. I've been subbed for about 1.5 years now, and his stuff is really good. Totally won't regret it, guys. I'm telling you, just check it out. It's really awesome. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, because I can guarantee there will be more. And if you didn't like it, well, I mean, there's a dislike button for a reason. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Storm1208 and Randomosity Gaming. We'll be seeing you next time. Bye.